Some crazy news on the market today about the STI, but not the WRX STI, the Solterra STI. Yes, you just heard me say that. It's absolutely crazy. And in today's video, we're talking about where Subaru might be going with the STI. Before we get too far into the video, if you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, my YouTube analytics tells me that only about 3% of you guys are subscribed, so get on that. If you guys enjoyed the video, learn anything, or just enjoy, I don't know, Subaru stuff, subscribe. It's easy, it's free. Think about it at least, think about it. All right, so we've heard some crazy news and we're gonna talk about it today, and it's all over the internet, and I was like, I need to make a video because this is just absolute madness. So obviously we know about the Subaru Solterra, which is the new all-electric Subaru EV, electric vehicle. It's actually pretty exciting. I think it's gonna do a lot for the Subaru fleet. At the very least, it's going to change the fluctuation or change the balance for the total fuel economy for the Subaru lineup, which will hopefully allow us, knock on wood, in the future to get a much less fuel efficient car, meaning something that's fast and fun, and it gives Subaru a little bit more room to play when they're designing that car. If you want to know more about what I'm talking about, I look in the videos on this channel. I talked about why Subaru won't deliver, well, I talked about some electric vehicle stuff with Subaru on a couple of videos, so look through those videos, just check the channel out. But the Subaru Solterra, that's a kind of a mouthful when you're talking in front of a camera, but electric EV, very exciting, and we've just heard news that the Subaru Solterra STI is going to replace the WRX STI. So basically, there's been insider news from Subaru saying that they've poised the Solterra to take the position of the WRX STI with its own STI model. Now, we've seen Subaru basically start labeling other models as STIs, or the STI model of a car. Of course, that's where that's where it used to be, and then Subaru sort of started to get away from that with the VA generation WRX and STI, and now we're getting back towards it. But basically, this insider news says, okay, the WRX STI is a thing of the past. We just can't capitalize that car on the market anymore because of everything that's happening with EPA restrictions and fuel economy allotments and many, many other things. And that the all-electric car, which they are feeling and getting into the market, is going to have an STI version. And I think in this case, the STI version is really gonna mean that they're gonna focus on suspension and all those things. Of course, they're gonna have a slightly smaller or a slightly faster 0 to 60 time and performance and everything. But being an electric car, it's pretty easy to get all those things and be quick and all those fun things. But with that said, this is some crazy news. Obviously, this is just a rendering, and this is all from a source CarBuzz, and that's basically where it's all coming from. So take that from a grain of salt. Supposedly, CarBuzz has an insider with Subaru that's given them this information, but basically every news platform is reporting on it. And generally when that happens, the news is pretty credible because, obviously YouTubers like myself try to look for some credibility, but the biggest thing is the bigger news sources do verify credibility. And generally for me, before I put news out, I look for those sources to verify news and kind of talk about it before I talk about it, so I'm not spreading buzz that isn't really real or clickbait. And part of this is clickbait because inherently it's clickbait, and it is a possibility that we do see Solterra STI. Will it replace the WRX STI in the long run? I don't know. I think that's a pretty stupid decision, but who knows? At this point, we don't know how quickly Subaru is trying to go electric. We don't know what they're planning with their ICE vehicles, and we just don't know what the future holds. But I wanted to bring this to you guys in video format, talk about it for just a second. It is gonna be a quick video, and that's it. We'll see in 2025 whether the Subaru Solterra STI comes to play. We'll see. I think the WRX STI is still gonna come through, or it's gonna be labeled just the STI. I still think that we're gonna see a better performance car from Subaru. I don't know when it's gonna come. I'm thinking 2025 as well, but maybe that craziness is actually just the Solterra STI and they think that that's their market entry now of just creating this performance SUV. I don't know. Ford tried it, not electric, but Ford tried it. You guys probably already know what I'm talking about, but I'm not gonna get too deep into it because I've got a video planned for that car just in general, or that SUV. Well, otherwise, guys, have a great day, and don't go too crazy in the comment section, but let me know what you think, whether or not we're going to see the Solterra STI, and whether you think it's actually going to replace the WRX STI. Have a great day, guys.